Hi, I'm Ron,
I'm Trisha.
and welcome to Instructed Vision, where we have ordinary conversations with ordinary people about the things we want to know, we should know, and need to know. The world is constantly changing. Come get a point of view from our personal perspectives while shining light on reality and creating a neutral zone for those of you who wish to come and voice your opinions. Yeah. Well, how you doing? How you been?
I'm doing okay. How you been?
Oh man, I've been alright. You know what I'm saying? It's been a nice little week for me. What about yourself?
Good. I just, getting that money.
Okay.
Work week,
Ain't that what it's about? Ain't that what it's about?
The bills don't quit.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
The more you make, the more they come.
You're right. You're exactly right. Just to break right in, it's been a lot of like headline news going on out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But in these news, I've been watching a lot of, our peoples, right, talking. Mm-hmm. And just to break in, how do you feel about us using the word nigga towards each other?
I be thinking it's crazy though, cause you look in a dictionary, it gives you a definition. And I don't see why anybody want to be that. What does it say? It's trash. It's an ignorant person. It's this. It's that. Everything it say is negative. So why are we walking around in the streets being like, "Oh, what's up, nigga? What's up?" That ain't cute. But if somebody else call you that, it's a whole problem. But we sing it in our songs. It's normal for us to say it. So if it's in a song. Somebody might get in the song. They might be from a different race. They might get into the song too good. They might hit it. And you'll be ready to knock their ass out.
It happens
every day, don't it?
Yeah, for sure. It just made me just really just sit back and it made me think though. You know what I mean? For real. Because whenever you use a at the end of the GG or just the GA instead of the ER. It does make two different words, right? To be real, I remember some of my ancestors having nigga on their birth certificates, so isn't that a race of people?
I mean, that's something I ain't too educated on, but I can't educate myself on it. That's a good, that's something I've never heard.
For those of you out there that might even know, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go out here and do my own research. But this is just something that I should have done it beforehand. But this was just a spur of a moment thought that came to my mind, right? But if I ain't mistaken, nigga is us, a race. So we don't have to go for black no more. We don't have to go for African Americans no more. We can actually go as the nigger race. You know what I mean? We don't have to say nigger, but nigga. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think who even come up with black though, cause we not black.
I don't
know.
We
brown, like we nice chocolate.
Every so often they change our nationality up. You know what I mean?
That reminds me when I was going through school. I remember it used to be black or white. And the older I got, through like grades and going up through grades, it's changed to black, white, multiracial, or Hispanic. And then it went from black, white, multiracial, Hispanic to other things on there, Native American, Islander, and then multiracial disappeared. We're others now. I'm a other.
Every time you fill out an application, that's one of the sayings that's on there. What are you?
Yeah.
Other is on there.
Just like that's
mixed breeding. It is. It's mixed breeding. If we have sex with an Asian and have an Asian kid and black kid, that's not a nationality. You know what I mean? It's an other.
Like when I went and got my gun permit for the first time, some years ago, they didn't have other. You were either black or you were white.
See what I'm
and
talking about?
They called me out on it. They was like, "Well, you can't be both. So what's your race?" Because whenever I was going over everything to confirm that everything was right, it said I was white. I was like, "But I'm not white." And they was like, "Well, you either have to be black or white. Which one would you want on there?" I was like, "Now how's it gonna look if I get pulled over and I got a whole gun permit or something and it's registered to a white lady and I'm not white?"
Well, can I explain something to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is from my understanding that it's not about if you're black or if you're white. That's a privilege standpoint. You know, if I ain't mistaken, there's Africans that's black as your shirt in my
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
that come over here
Yeah.
and claim white under all of their nationalities. You know what I mean? Hispanics do it too.
Yeah.
That's why they getting a lot of this grant money and getting opportunities to get what we don't get, like how they buy your neighborhoods. You know what I mean? We call it gentrifying, but what y'all fail to realize is there's a lot of Hispanic people and Asian people that's buying up all this property. You know what I mean? So it's not just no, you know, white people that's taking your land and your homes from you. It's because we don't do the due diligence to actually know what it takes to make sure we got somewhere to live, somewhere to be. They running us off our own land. We have always been here. We are the Native Americans.
But
It's a fact.
That makes me think about something, because when you were saying that, something popped in my head. You know how a lot of us don't have a trade, you know? And a lot of these people who are coming over here, they got trades. They want to do the dirty work. They want to get their hands dirty. And that's the issue. We need to start teaching our kids to have a trade.
You know the problem though? The problem is black people think they don't have to do the work no more. Black people think that we built America and now we supposed to be able to sit on our ass. The only problem is we keep voting in the people that don't care about us at all. So no, we can't just sit on our ass, and you're absolutely right. It's our job to raise the next generation and not let the society raise them. Don't let media raise them. Don't let rappers raise them. Don't let Christians raise them. It's our job.
Can you say it again for the people in the back?
I can't say it all again, but y'all get it. But it's true though. It's
I'm
true.
Sure somebody that probably went over somebody's head.
So I got another question for you, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I happen to be in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and you know, it's a cool guy, you know what I mean, that unloads a truck that I be making deliveries to, you know what I mean, my day job, right? And his ass was completely out. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Because I sag, but I won't sag where you can't see my ass crack. You know what I mean? So that means it's loose and it's right above. You know what I mean? I pull them up still though, but when I notice it, but when your pants is really under your ass cheek, you know your ass is out. How you feel about that?
Man, I done seen some of the most, now I'm going to say the word, ignorant people, because I remember one time I went to a gas station one time. It was up here in Hickory, and it was a man. He was real skinny, had on some skinny jeans. I never understood the skinny jean thing. Skinny jeans was all the way down to like his mid thigh. Like, why is the top of your pants at your mid thigh and everything hanging out? You might as well not even have no pants on.
You better not do no crying.
Like, is you getting a breath of fresh air? Like, what you doing? You airing out? Like, I thought
skinny jeans were for women though. You know what I mean?
I don't know which rapper.
Yeah, somebody did though, did they?
Because you know that's how they do. I don't know which rapper.
Don't get me wrong. I wear jogging pants a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's because I'm sitting down. They fit kind of snug, but to walk around with jeans though that grip my ass like a woman and shit.
He couldn't even pull them up on his ass. He tried.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's unreal.
But I don't like it. It's
degrading us.
It is, and that's how people look at us. You know, that's a stereotype that people look at us with. Oh, they like to wear their jeans down below their ankles. You know, like pull your pants up, pull your pants up, go get your belt. I'm pretty sure you probably not heard that before. I mean, and that's how they look at black men. Oh, they're gonna be sagging. They're not gonna be professional. That's why they think black people can't be professional.
Right.
But that's the complete opposite. There's a lot of professional people in the world.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what you just did. You just struck something. Well, brought something to my recollection again, right? I'm watching this Fulton County case in Georgia, right, with the district attorney and the lead district attorney, right?
Yeah.
And those are supposed to be our professionals. You know, and if any of you out there watching the case or watched the case, the lady, I can't think of her name at the time, she hood. you can tell it. You can just listen to it and just, you know what I mean, Hunduns and all of this extra talk, right? But this is the lady that sends us to prison and jail. This is a lady that, you know what I mean, go on there and say that she won't put a black man down, but got a history of putting a black man down, don't even know she doing it, you know? What makes us different, though? What makes our professionals different from our professionals? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is it the clothes? Is it the talk? Because now we starting to where you don't see no difference.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well, technically, that's like that you bring that up. There's not one.
thank you.
There's really not one.
Thank you.
But
That's
it's-
their words, ain't it? Professional. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Their
That's-
leadership.
That's a very good point, though. That's a valid point. But I guess that's where it comes from, the stereotypical name, you know. Because I'd be the first one to tell you, I go to work every day, and then people think I'm a little white girl sitting over on the phone.
See what I'm talking about?
They don't know I'm black. I had one customer, he was like, hey, something. It's hard out here for a black man. I was like, I know, I'm a black woman. He was like, what? He's like, I thought I was talking to somebody else.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
you do
yeah.
not sound black. That's my professional. That's me
Yeah.
being professional.
Yeah.
I have multiple personalities. I have my professional.
Which we all do. We
Yeah,
all
we
do.
all do. We all do.
So, you know, that's a good,
But yeah,
you know, quote to use, that multiple personality. We all have to shake shift at times. You know what I mean? Some people are reptilians. You know what I mean? You might not look like it, but that attitude. You know what I mean?
Not that attitude,
you know,
though.
Yeah, man. And, you know, so it just leads back to what we were just saying a few minutes ago about being a nigger or a nigger. You know what I mean? A nigger or nigger. You know what I mean? Either you're gonna be ignorant or you're gonna be a king. Because if I ain't mistaken, in the southern part of Africa, another country over there that's, you know, in Africa.
Niger.
Yeah, is what they kind of got the name from. You know, I'm gonna just do some more research on it, though. Like I said, though, I remember seeing birth certificates of my ancestors with that on there, and it just lets me know that this was a tribe too. You know what I mean? And,
Or your family could have been based from that specific.
right, tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what else though? This is something that they don't talk about out here, right? You know what I mean? Is how they bred us too.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, this is why the ignorance is ignorance in amongst our community, right? Is because they feel like they own us because of they bred us. All right? Same way we do when we breed pit bulls. You know what I mean? Shoot, we're gonna bump littles. You know what I mean? You gonna get half the puppies, I get half the puppies.
Yeah.
What you mean? You know what I mean? That means you own these. I thought these dogs was free to roam and eat and live. No. They on my property, they on my land. I get them shots and I take care of these dogs. We're gonna bump them. We're gonna sell them off. They did us the same way.
Yeah, and I remember reading stuff about that where, we're gonna take A over here because he's strong, he's built, he's tall, he's one of my best ones, and we're gonna take C over here because she's top of the line over here too.
She sure lives.
She has all the characteristics and whatever to make a perfect. Put
Yeah.
them together. We're gonna have
A dominant race.
yes, like we're gonna have a
More
great
than work. They gonna work.
offspring,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh man.
An
Ooh.
elite offspring,
Yeah.
and that's how they used to do it, and that's what I've read in books. That's how they would do it.
Yeah.
If they were tall and strong, and they were one of their best workers, they go find on the female side which one was their best female, and they'd breed them together to make, as they would call, an elite offspring that would be more valuable.
So
to
you
them.
know what makes it even more crazy though, right? Is you make this elite group of people, but you wouldn't allow them to learn English, read English. So you talk to us and we didn't understand what your country ass was saying, and we end up talking just like you because we learned from the garbage. I hate to say it like that, but it's true, right? The ones that rode the horse, you know, they're young and I beat your ass. You know what I mean? The way they talk,
Yeah.
let's be real.
Yeah.
They talk even if when you watch movies, you didn't have a white person that was out there watching over the niggas, slaving,
Yeah.
talk professional. They couldn't talk worth a damn.
Most of them never knew how to read.
See what I mean?
The only ones that had the opportunities if you was in the house.
And see where ignorance came from?
Yeah.
How did they put the most elite group of people, I don't care what nobody say is true, with the dumbest group in the world? You know what I mean? And if you want to know where you got that from, you can find books on this, right? Check this out. I don't ever see nobody talking about this, right? The white people that's here in America was all the way in the European countries, right? None of the Europeans wanted these white people that's here. No. They wanted to kill them off. You know what I mean? They cause havoc, diseases, drug addiction. I mean, come on now. We think about drug addiction in America. Mind you, Spain, Italy, all of them areas where they were they caused famine. For a fact, it almost killed off them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what they don't talk about. They don't want to read about, right? So what happened? They made them a promise. We're going to send you to this new land, and if y'all help rebuild it, we'll give y'all a house and land, and you know what I mean? It's yours. Tricked them to come over here as slaves. It wasn't us. You know what I mean? We was already here, but they were supposed to come over here and be that. What did they say in the books? These is a group of lazy ass people. You know what I mean? They didn't want to do it. They couldn't do it. They didn't have the fundamentals of doing it. You know what I mean?
And they learned that from the Native Americans.
So first it didn't happen like that. First we gunned at them. You know what I mean? I don't care if it was bow and arrows. We was actually winning. They'll talk about that. So what they done was they made a deal with our leaders. Only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying right now, because I love every last one of you. I don't care about your color, race, and none of that. But it's time for the facts to start being out here, right? So, modern day, people that we look up to as leaders are going to shake hands with the dominant of another race and stomp on us. Think about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're willing to do the dirt. Okay. I'm watching these trials on Trump in all of these little states, all the way up to New York somewhere.
Yeah.
You know who? They're using black people to try to prosecute him. White people don't want to touch that. He's a president. He was a sitting president. It's unprecedented what's going on.
Yeah.
Why are they using people that look like us to do it?
Because they want everybody to turn on us.
Thank you.
But that's always a narrative behind everything that they do.
Thank you. So if you look from way back in the past and you look at now, I hate to say it like this. I'm going to say it. They're good peoples too. Okay, they are. I got a lot of cool white friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? But if it comes down to the come down, do I expect for them to help me and have my back? I just want to be real. You know? If all the dirt that's being done is looking like it's on us, why the hell would anybody want to help us?
Yeah.
We won't even stand up for ourselves in this country.
And a lot of us don't. Absolutely.
Hey, I ain't trying to start no little racial riots and fights or none of that.
That brings me to a good topic I just thought about too. You know, people like me who are of mixed, origins, whether it's black and white or black and Mexican or white and Mexican, we have a conflict ourselves. That's just like when things are going on in the world. It's like if you do say something, if it's like, let's say, if an incident occurs where it's something with a black person and we feel like we know what's right, if we know what's right, we feel some type of way if we do say something, because then on the other side of us, if it's like, oh, if I say this and I do this, what is my white side of my family going to think? And then if it's vice versa, it's like if you have a mixed child, you should be out on the front lines because your child is half black. So
to say that, right, and to know that's exactly what, have you ever felt like your mom was on the front line for you and your sister? I
feel like I'm always defending. Like, for instance, the last incident where the man got killed, what was it, in New York? with the neck, with the police officer with his knee on the back of his neck.
George Floyd.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I don't think that was New York though, but
well, it was like somewhere up north, somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It wasn't like here.
No doubt.
Know,
It wasn't here though, most definitely.
But yeah, I remember they was just like, oh, well, they said I was on the phone. Oh, they said he was a drug addict. He was this, he was that. I said, but you only listen to what you seen on the news. That, on the news, they can only do a certain kind of clip. It's only so many seconds, so many minute clip. You only getting what they think is going to grab your attention to get them ratings up. You didn't hear all the other people that was there and said that he was saying or he was this or this was occurring or this officer had a background and doing stuff or, or was known for doing, just being too hard on people.
Right.
I remember I was just like, I had to break it down. I shouldn't have to break it down. I shouldn't have to be the only one defending a race that I am when people have mixed kids. We have a war that goes on inside ourselves every day that they don't know about. And it's hard when you are two different, nationalities, and you have to defend your one nationality to the other one to try to make them see the difference. And it makes no sense. I think if people do want to have mixed kids, if there is a conflict, you need to support them. I remember I went to school with a girl. She was mixed as well, and I remember she made a Facebook post about it. And I was like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels like that. And that's when I really realized we really do have a war going on inside ourselves. And it's like you said, like the mixing of breeds or whatever, however you want to say it,
right.
nationalities. If you want to have mixed kids, by all means, have at it. But just make sure you know what you're getting into. If you have a half black child and a half white child, make sure you support that black side just like you do the white side. Make sure that you educate them on both. Give them, background information, where you're from, this is how you're supposed to do your hair, all of that,
Oh, I bet y'all had a hard time getting y'all hair done.
Hey, you remember like way back in the day?
Yeah.
Before the rubber bands, the little rubber bands came out. I remember we used to have tinfoil on the bottom of our hair.
Did y'all?
I don't know if that was just me or
No, I wasn't.
I was making sure because I don't know. But I
used to be, this is back in my little teenage years. I used to get my hair braided and get the little clear beads put on, and that's how we used to hold the beads on with tinfoil.
With the tinfoil because they didn't have the rubber bands. I was making sure I wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
just to hear it go clink, 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 clink. Minister Society, I ain't gonna lie to you. He didn't really have beads though, but watching Old Dog on there, it used to make me want to have them. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind a move like that. You know what I mean? So,
but absolutely.
I don't really see nothing wrong with, mixed racial couples. But I do want to say this, though, to everybody out there that don't know. I heard Charleston White say something a few days ago, right? He said that his kids wasn't black. Well, if you really want to be technical about it, they say if you got 1%, you a nigga. 1, not 30. Not 100, 1. And that means all you white people too that don't even know that you got 1% in you, because you do. You know what I mean? All of y'all black. You came from a black woman. You know what I mean? Every creation did. And if you don't have it, then you was invented. I'm gonna just leave it with that. Other than that, we are brothers and sisters for real.
We are.
You know what I mean?
And I just think that in the long run, that a lot of times we don't see race, we don't see color, but I know that's so hard in the world that we live in today. But somebody's got to make a change. I've always been like, I don't see color, and I really don't.
So do you believe that our race, well, all the other continents around us really don't like the black American?
I can say that I have heard, that we are looked down upon. That's just like some of these places that we go to, these touring destinations that we're going to such and such a paradise places. They don't even like us black Americans. I don't think they want us our money, but they don't like us. They can't stand us.
That's deep.
Yeah, we over there giving them all our money.
And I'm going to tell you why that's deep. Because we do it here too. We know that everywhere we shop at, they don't like us.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
but the problem, though, is that we won't even go and create our own grocery stores.
Yeah.
We won't even create our own CVS's. You know what I mean? If we're gonna work with you, then we should be having our own everything. And if you want to be our friend, then we'll purchase from you. But you're gonna also have to purchase from us too.
But yeah,
You know what I mean? But
that's
we don't have nothing that they could purchase from us for.
But that's where it
Nothing.
goes
That's bad.
to the the small businesses. Always supporting small businesses. I love
Exactly.
supporting small businesses. I don't like these big time corporations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But absolutely, that's why I said if we would all quit seeing like the aspect of, oh, that's a black owned business, I don't want to go there.
Oh. But I'm gonna tell you
I want
how.
all of them. If you got something I
Hey,
want,
man,
I'm going to
hey,
get
man,
it.
I'm gonna tell you something though. I have experienced though fraudulent activity with black owned businesses, right? But I laugh about it and I giggle about it because in my mind, the first thing jump in my mind is our people use that as an excuse not to ever deal with black people again, right? When we go to all the other stores, they don't even like us and be fraudulently getting us. You know what I mean? And we still continuously go. Yeah, I know the last time, you know what I mean, you kicked that woman out because she was 5 cents short, you know what I mean? And I'm still going to come in here and spend $140 with them. You know, stupid, man. I am getting to the point in my life where I don't want to wear name brands of nobody's no more. You know what I mean? Coming up with our own logos type so we can start wearing our own clothes. You know what I mean? I wish I can find a black-owned sewing company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we can get our underwear, socks, and everything done up and put it on a bigger franchise. You know what I mean? Because if you're not gonna respect me, then I'm not gonna respect you.
Exactly, and that's like a lot of these big name brand companies. They're out to exploit us, and a lot of people don't even realize that they target us because who's gonna spend the most?
Us?
Yeah, okay.
It's a fact.
That's just like with these rappers and stuff. Back in the day, what car did you always see in these music videos?
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I never really paid attention to them. But 280s and Cadillacs.
Oh gosh, but that's like some of these big name brand car companies that most people think are
Maseratis.
luxuries.
Yeah, yeah.
The only reason that people think they're luxuries is because they see them in videos.
That's it.
Most of the people that own them are black people just because they see them in music videos. Oh, I got to have me one.
Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I got to have me one of them because I seen that music video and
BMW.
such and such was cruising through on his music video. I got to go get me one of them. I'm like, really?
G-Wagons.
But then I run to go get it. I ain't gonna lie. Look at my feet. Nike. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what though? I'm gonna be 1,000 though. Nike support black. You know what I mean?
I mean,
They might not like us, but they support. You know what I mean? They do. And I would have rather seen Kanye West did a deal with Nike than with Adidas. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
But from what I heard that they got back, in business. You know what I mean? Kanye and Adidas. Still, I don't want to buy none of that no more because how quick they was to jump on the side of the peoples that they knew be out here fucking everybody up. You know what I mean? Literally, really. And then stocks dropped like crazy behind it. You know what I mean?
This is my thing though. If
I
somebody
would
out
let them
here
go broke.
they do something, let us make the choice if we're gonna buy their merchandise or not.
Yeah.
Don't just take it whatever. Because a lot of times, like you said, they too quick with it. Oh, you this, that, what? I'm pulling your stuff tomorrow.
Yep.
Like never
Yep.
get the facts.
Yep.
Never get the facts.
Yep.
When it comes to a black person.
Right.
They never get the facts. But if the shoe on the other hand, they take their time. They got multiple accusations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna take our time with this one because we know we're gonna lose a lot of money.
Ooh.
But when it was the other way around,
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
No. What about your man that played that superhero that had a little incident with the white lady? You know what I mean? They took everything. What's his name? I think he even got some jail time or something. Not X-Men. What is it? I can't think of his name anyway. Anyway, this is a little joint that just happened not too long ago. Just off of what you were just saying. You know what I mean? How quick they was to take everything from them. You know what I mean? Behind.
I know you talking about.
She chased them and everything.
You talking about the girl? Was it Amber Heard?
I don't know her
No.
name. I just know that he
was on-
he was defending himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Amber
crazy.
Heard and
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong person because then I
Yeah,
don't feel crazy.
yeah,
Was
I
it
mean,
Johnny
too.
Depp? He played no. He played the.
It's a black guy. I'm talking about the black dude.
Oh, you talking
black
about?
dude
Well,
that
I
was-
didn't know. You
The
said,
Marvel movie.
Yeah,
The
I know,
Marvel
yeah.
movie. Him. Yeah.
but I thought you was talking about that one man.
But you know what
Yeah.
though? Was it Johnny Depp that did go through something
With
though?
Amber Heard.
Is that who that was?
Because
Johnny?
she was
Yeah,
on the one movie Aquaman or whatever.
yeah,
and they was like they was playing the stuff where she was doing the same thing to him,
Right. Yeah.
and
yeah.
she was trying to drag him down.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Female.
Once, yeah, that's true. We ain't gonna get into that. But yo, listen though, for real though, us as black people, we must start taking a long look at ourselves in our house, in the living room, on the couch, with the kids
Yeah.
and the baby daddy or the stepdaddy, and really have honest conversations. What's working and what's not working. What we need to do is learn how to do what me and my co-host do. Talk, communicate,
Yeah.
exchange verbiage. The problem is something might be said that sparks a feeling. You know what I mean? We loud. Even if the kid ain't in there, he can hear you. You know what I'm saying? You really your goddamn mouth. You know what I mean? They retaining. This is how you supposed to do. When it's totally wrong, man. We need to start cleaning up our own houses before we start helping other people with their houses, right? And I only say that to say this because we just got through talking about how our young boys are walking around here with their ass out, looking crazy. They promote that for us, though.
But no
You know
sense
what I
of
mean?
direction.
None.
Oh, I'm just following what I've
None.
seen on the TV.
None.
Okay.
None. Walk
That's
around and we call each other niggas all day and don't really know what we saying to each other. You know what I mean? Why is it that we quit? I'm gonna give you an example that just happened on mainstream, right? I mean, they can do whatever they want to do. They grown men, but it's two black men, right? Shannon Sharp and the comedian Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Huh?
They didn't need no cameras.
Oh
they
my
didn't need
God,
nothing.
no. Let me say
They
something,
got together and they did what they did.
But before that, it was how aggressive Shannon Sharp was for a comedian. Oh, you gonna see me? You know, I'm gonna see you. And in my mind, that's our problem.
We always have to
We're
get
quick to
up.
do that.
Yeah.
But when Skip was running his mouth to him, he might have got hyped and hurt. But he never like Skip. After this is over with, we can go out in the parking lot. He never treated Skip like that. You know what I mean? Skip was trying to belittle him in front of did belittle him in front of everybody. You wasn't nowhere near as good as that. You wasn't this and that and the third. All he did was make jokes. He's a comedian. You know what I mean? You know, I can't get mad if a comedian see me out in the crowd want to say, boy, you fat. Boy, I got to laugh for it because I am. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Crazy.
You know? We got to stop being aggressive towards each other. Is all I'm trying to get to right now, right?
We need to stop trying to be better than the other and come together. That's the issue. Ain't nobody better than nobody.
Who's showing us that, though?
We all on the same page when it comes to stuff like that.
Who's showing us that?
I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, back in the day, I don't remember ever. We
Look at
all went to school. We didn't care what kind of shoes you had on. I remember I used to have this ugly little jumpsuit, had like polka dots, and I don't even think we had name brands back then. We probably did, but I didn't know about it.
I'm a little older than her.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah, we had British Knights. You don't know about
See,
that.
I don't know about none of
Yeah, I
that.
know you don't. BKs, bruh.
Like I remember, I never like really started, learning about like name brands and stuff until I started going to. I had switched schools and went to Lincoln Middle School, and that's where everybody had the Sauconys, the Reeboks, and they was like, "Oh, you ain't got no name brand, this and that." I'm like, "What?"
Now we see
Like,
how unimportant that all was, right?
yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then it was like all of a sudden, oh, I got to have name brand because everybody else said I ain't cool if I ain't got
Yeah,
name
yeah,
brand.
yeah.
But that goes back to saying we always trying to be better than the other one. Oh, such and such got some shoes last week. I'm gonna go give me something better than his.
You know what I think is the coolest thing in the world now is to see black people reading.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, when I see my homeboy, I'm putting him in a book too. What's wild, you know what I mean? This is when I was a juvenile. I was in prison, reading a book. I could read in English and Arabic. I knew then that there was a problem out here because this dude right here was not like that to me. He was a killer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to see him being fluent with it and handling his business like that, you know what I mean, lets me know he did the same thing I done, and that was dumb myself down to be a part of something I should have never wanted to be a part of. But I was guided into the direction that I was going to. So, and that's neither here nor there. That'll come out in the book later on down the line. But yeah, it's all in the way that we house ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if we don't do it ourselves, guess what? They don't want to do it either, so they really get rid of us. It's either we're going to let them wipe us the fuck out. We see about the immigrants that's coming in right now. That's what it's for. It's to put us all the way in last. You know what I mean? But what they fail to realize is there's nobody that spend the way we spend. Nobody. There's no, we're not the richest, you know what I mean? But we spend more than anybody outside our own race.
And that brings a valid point too. We do spend a lot of money, but a lot of us don't do it financially responsibly.
Thank you. Thank you.
We just throw it out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that means that we need to be bringing somebody in here that could teach us about financial literacy, how to take whatever your check is, putting it whatever we can put it in so it can turn for you if you don't know how to make it turn yourself. You get me?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm trying to learn that myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All jokes.
Yeah, that's the truth though. But then that comes back to everything we said. When you spend it wisely with local businesses, it comes back to you. A lot of people don't understand that concept. If you go spend your money with a corporation, it doesn't come back to your community. You go spend your money with a local business, it comes back to the community.
That's the difference.
And a lot of people don't know that.
At all.
And they might be a little more expensive, but if I can go spend my hard-earned money that I work hard for every week to go help someone that lives in my community, and then they're going to sponsor, they might sponsor a little league team or the football team. It's going to come back into our community.
It always do.
So why do you want to go to a big box store if it's just gone? You spend it, it's gone. It ain't coming back. It ain't coming back.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what people need to be educated on. That's why small businesses are the way to go. And a lot of people don't know that. They cost more. They cost more, but it comes back to you.
It does. So if there's something to take away to start this week out with, it should be us focusing on home life, focusing on our children, because those are the next generations of peoples to dictate, to navigate, and to uplift others that's going to come behind them. And if we don't teach them nothing, it's our fault. You know what I mean? School is not going to do it. School is there to train them to be slaves. And we know that because we all been following the exact same paths our mothers have, our dads have. And it's time for us to make a difference. You know what I mean? Stop playing the debt game. And the reason why I say that is because that's what got us looking like we have more than what we really can afford. And it makes you sick, it makes you high blood pressure, it makes you have diabetes without even knowing it. You know what I mean? Stress is a number one killer in our communities, and a lot of people don't know it. And like I said, with all those other diagnoses or things that I just mentioned, stress is probably one of the leading reasons behind them. Stop playing the debt game. Only get what you can afford, and stay focused, man. I hope y'all chiming in, sharing, and liking and subscribing.
Absolutely. And when you said that, I just thought about something. I know since you are older than me, I don't know, you might know. They used to teach us stuff like that in school.
Yeah.
about finances and stuff, but now they don't teach us nothing at all. It's, oh, you got to get a good education so you can go get a good job. And that's what they say. You got to get a good education and get a good job. So when you say enslave us, everybody's enslaved because that all gets beaten ahead. Oh, you got to go get a good education so you can get a good job. You don't have a good job, you ain't gonna be nothing. And that's for, it don't matter who you are, what race you are. All of us are slaves to the work game.
You better believe it.
Go to work.
You better believe
To
it.
pay for a house you barely spend time in.
You better believe it.
Go to work to pay for an expensive car you're barely in.
You better believe it.
Like, and then just the list go on and on, but just keep that in mind. We're all enslaved some way or another, and if you don't use your brain to educate yourself, we all going to continue to stay that way.
For sure.
That's why education is important. You better read a book. Some people can't read.
Hey, yo, listen. It's the parents' responsibility to sit on that couch and go over those books with your boys, your daughters, nieces and nephews, neighborhood kids. We have to start being woman enough, man enough to say no. You can't go outside, it's too dark. No, you can't go have no more chocolate. Put the sugar down. Put the cigarettes down.
Put the tablet down.
Put the tablet down.
Put the cell phone down.
What are we teaching our next generation? We failing, and we failing at a unbelievable rate, for real. And because you might have a good job doesn't mean we ain't failing, because your good job is not helping out the community, not at all.
Exactly.
Not when you see other kids out here that's lost, for real. And that's our job. I hate to say it, but it's true. But I'm gonna leave y'all with, a little word of advice though, for real. Think smart, work smart, and keep yourself first. But until next time, thank you all for liking, subscribing, sharing. I hope that this message from today reached you all with love, peace, and a high frequency. And until next time, raw.